Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jillian Bartlett. I am a Bahamian. I have some grave concerns for the country. I have some grave concerns for the state of affair of our politics. For over 53 years and counting, we've only had two political parties in the country. But now we have a third force, and it's now a political party. It's called the Coalition of Independence, which is now vying for the governancy of the country coming up in the next general election. That's why I said it ain't long now. The election is right around the corner. We are going into our second by-election. We have seen many of the politicians actually dying. It's so unfortunate. But the reality is, many politicians are dying. We've also seen a change where there's nothing new under the sun with concerns to the politicians who are actually in charge right now. It's the same merry-go-round. It's the same tennis game, ping pong. You could name it, back and forth, Mickey Mouse. It's the same old career politics in the Bahamas. And I often wonder about the standards in which these merely men that have been running our country, I wonder if they really see the standards in which we have dropped. And I want to talk a little about standards because I think it's a good topic to talk about. The standard in which they run our country. And I'm not saying operating our country, I'm saying run our country. And let me put it clearly, running the country down. Because the leadership that's been in charge of the Bahamas, or the Bahamians affair, let's put the Bahamians affair out there, who have been in charge with the Bahamians affairs, are running it as if, this is how they're running our country, as if it only belongs to the FNM and PLP. I'm like, excuse me, what's going on here? So let me just give you some little history, right? We all know third parties try over and over to come up. But I think the first time in our history, we've had a political party, the Coalition of Independence, which is the third party, official party. Actually, it's the opposition. It's the, the transparency of our country right now is operating. We've all seen the third parties failed. And right now we have a third force. I was saying, something, what's wrong with the standards in which both political parties who operate in the Bahamas operate? What happened to their standard? Have they forgotten PLP and FNMs? Whether you're a supporter or the governing party or opposition, have you forgotten your place? Your place is to serve us, the Bahamians. You are not God and Savior over the Bahamas. And this low standard tactics that you use to actually campaign on some of them, the low standards, especially with this political party, has gone to a new low. Now, we're going to be standing up under the COI, okay? Long gone are the days where we're going to feel intimidated. And I'm speaking to actually all Bahamians. I don't care what side you're on. I didn't ask you the side you're on. I'm speaking to all Bahamians who are standing up for a better standard within governing the country of the Bahamas to represent all of the Bahamian people. We have nothing, and let me say this again, we have nothing to be ashamed of ourselves or afraid of. This is our country, our constitution, our government, our islands of islands. This is ours. And we will not back down from nobody and Baba right now. We are not afraid. And I'm speaking to those who are in certain positions in our country, whether in government or private, whether you're young or old. This is not the time to let the old way of governing our country put the fear in us. The only fear in us that we should have is the fear of God. And for those who don't respect that, well, too bad. The standards in which they've been governing our country is not good enough. It's not high enough. And we will not accept it. We will not accept it from the present government who governed or who's in opposition. We will not accept any abuse they use to, tactics they use to hold back the Bahamians' voices, whether it's by police brutality, using their oligarchs to silence the persons who are working in higher positions in the Bahamas. We will not allow this to continue because there's a standard in which we want to rise to. And unfortunately, FNM and PLP, you have not met that standard. And this is why I keep saying, shame, shame, shame on y'all for what y'all are doing to our country and what y'all are doing to our people. It's shameful. It's beyond shameful. You call yourself experienced politicians. You calling yourself, you have all of the knowledge of how to be a politician. And yet, this is the standard you want to show us? Intimidation, using the police force to do your dirty job. And I'm warning all the police out there. Your job is to protect the citizens of the Bahamas and not be used by any political affiliation. Okay? Because we, the Bahamian people, will not tolerate it anymore. We've seen what you've done, and we do not appreciate it. There are laws in place for you, officers. There are laws in place for you who are on borrowed time governing our country. We do not like the standard, and we're going to say it over and over. And we will not step in fear at any given time by no one, including your supporters and those who are targeting individuals in our society, especially the ones who are standing up under the COI. We've watched y'all for a good 4 years abuse your authority. You've broken laws, protocols. You've broken international laws, the Geneva Convention law. You've broken, hold on a second. You've broken our constitutional rights as citizens born and bred in the Bahamas. You have broken our constitutional laws, and we will not allow the Gestapo tactics to continue because we had enough. So I'm asking all the young people, right? Especially young people who feel that they don't have a say. Especially young professionals who feel politics has gotten dirtier and dirtier and dirtier, which it has. But you have rights. Born-bred Bahamians, you have rights. You've allowed these politicians on borrowed time to intimidate you, to make politics look so disgusting, nasty, corrupt, that you don't want to get involved. Okay? But guess what? We're not having that anymore. We're not having the old men who are sitting in the House of Assembly, whether their party's been there for the last 53 years, 63 years plus between the two of them, tell us, the born-bred Bahamians, it ain't our time. We must go and sit down. We're not qualified enough. No, not this go-round. We're not doing it. You did it to us under the DNA. You told Granville McCartney and others, it's not your time. You must sit in a corner. And now you're coming to tell Mr. Lincoln Bain the same thing, and all of the candidates who are more than qualified to be the next government in the Bahamas. We will not be intimidated by the foreign minister and his tactics and antics, which is highly insulting. And I am so sick of my former brother-in-law. You are not human, first of all. Let's put it that way. I've known you've been married into our family, the Bartlett family, okay? Yes. And never, ever have you had a conversation with me. Ever. That's weird. That's strange. That's deranged. And you want to play party politics because you've been in power for so long, borrowed power by the Bahamian people. And you could send Gestapo tactics at the COI candidates and its leaders? And we're supposed to sit back? Well, your time is up because we had enough of you. Davis, we had enough of you too. You are not Lord and Savior over the Bahamas. We have guidelines and constitution to govern us as a country. When you go and represent us in CARICOM of the first time you became the first prime minister in the Bahamas to be the president of the CARICOM, we are not just a service industry. We are far more than that. And you sold us short. You are on borrowed time. It ain't long now. If you think that we're going as a country fall for your tactics, you are have broken this law. If you don't respect it, it's called a Bahamian constitution. We are of no other culture for right now until we decide through any referendum in our country who we are going to be in the future. These tactics that you'll use to intimidate Bahamians. I'm not talking about the COI because the COI is not intimidated. Okay? It's been going on too long. The standard is too low. And we could care less who y'all bring on your teams. Because when I ride around in certain parts of the Bahamas, I am sorely disappointed. Our country is looking like a national shanty town. And we must only filter through one man, Bahamians. Y'all know something's wrong with that picture, right? Something is wrong with that picture. Nowhere in the Constitution you have all this rights, you know. We, the people of the Bahamas, are the inheritors of our country. And when those who we give on borrowed time to govern us isn't governing us in the capacity which falls in line with this Constitution, there is a problem. There is a huge problem. And we must not be intimidated by nothing and nobody. I don't care who they are and what they do. I don't care who they are and what they say. Because the state in which I've seen this country, it looks like a new shanty town in all our different communities. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it as I see it. A little facelift in Freeport, Grand Bahama means nothing. You have not governed what you were elected to govern for all the people. Not just the PLP. You are not representing all of the people, all of the Bahamas, not from a local perspective, but globally. We are tired of hearing you go to meetings abroad and not represent our voices. But you bring another diaspora voices ahead of us. That is not leadership. According to my records, and according to the laws in the Bahamas, when you put others before the country in which you were voted for to govern its country according to its laws and protocol, you've broken that. It's called treasonous. We do have laws in the Bahamas, and we, the woke COI, and many who will be stepping up in the next election, know our laws, know what's supposed to be done. And we are telling you, Mr. Davis, and all your cabinet members, your time is nigh. We will not sit back and allow you to destroy our country image any further. So here we are again. Here we are again. It ain't long now, right? Listen to this. Now, don't you think experienced government will know what to do the minute they get in to be the governing party of the Bahamas? I don't care if it's the opposition, and I don't care if it's the party at hand. They should know what to do. Bahamians, look at me clearly. Look at me clearly. Look at your country clearly. Do you see? Do you see they are acting as if they are experienced? Or do you see them traveling? Entourage bigger than the 12 disciples. You see it yourself, right? You heard Mr. Lincoln being exposed in his Sunday programs. It's not entertainment. You heard him say that the foreign minister of the Bahamas, not of the P-flicking PLP, of the Bahamas spent over $40 million between two ministries. Did you hear that? Did you look at the paperwork? Did you look at the breakdown of government spending? Where the hell my former brother-in-law think he get off at? This is not your money, Fred Mitchell, to do as you please, for whomever you please to do with. It becomes a big concern for us, the Bahamians. $40 million between two ministries, and now you use your personal affairs to upgrade others who have the same flavor for what you like. Let me put it that way. Over other qualified Bahamian men. We have a big problem with that. Okay? You're going too far. You and this Davis administration gone too far. I think we're going to take another election, another year. If they were to call the election right now, I could tell you right now, it ain't long now. Y'all are finished. And it doesn't matter who y'all bring to the table. Y'all can bring Sabas, and y'all can bring Fox, and y'all can bring this one, and y'all can talk in your meetings on Facebook saying that you're representing the PLP, and we're going to do this for the PLP one more time. For what the hell about the Bahamian people who are suffering in Long Island? The Bahamian people who are suffering in Grand Bahama? Excuse me, Mitchell, where is the hospital? Y'all had 53 years. Where is the hospital? You have such a good heart. You and Davis have such a good heart. Everybody talking about everybody's heart. And you see the state of that so-called facility that y'all keep drilling money into. Where is the airports? I ain't talking about the airport just in Grand Bahama. I ain't talking about the 14th airport. Chester Cooper said he was going to, what? Miraculously conjure up? Where are these 14 airports so the economy can grow throughout the different islands? This is why the COI is talking about island governance, where each island can govern themselves, because we can't do this no more. Where are those airports? Where are they? Huh? Where are they? Freeport. So you can just sit there year after year, allow them to come into Grand Bahama, and the hotel ain't sold yet. See, this is bothering me. If it wasn't for Mr. Lincoln Bain coming down and agitating for the last 4 years, 4 whole years he agitated, and you got a incompleted school facility opened, not Kingsley, okay? It was Lincoln Bain who voices, and the people forced those issues, okay? But they swing y'all again, because you still ain't got no light from here to West End. And West End still look like a damn shanty town outside the nicer facilities. Y'all got swing again, West End. Y'all want to tolerate this again? Y'all want to pass this generational career politician, corrupt politician to your children? Whilst others come and live life large. And I don't blame others. Don't get me wrong. I do not blame others for coming and living life large in the Bahamas. I don't. But what about you Bahamians? I don't care if you PLP, F&M, undecided, can't make up your mind, ain't voting, young, old, crippled, incapacitated. Mr. Bain has already educated you what you have. And now it's up to you to want the standards to go up in politics. So you don't have to be walking no more on pins and needles because you love your country. Now, if you love your party over your country, if you love your party over your Bahamian constitution, then that's on you. It ain't long now. Okay? I've been around, I've seen things, I watched things. And I am not. I am a Bahamian. Born, bred Bahamian. And I am not impressed with the low standards that I see coming from a low standard government. I'm not impressed. The standards could be much higher. So, what are you going to do, Bahamians? What are you going to do? You're going to allow somebody else to govern everything for you, make every decision for you, make decisions that go against your principles, make decisions that go against preserving what is yours in the Bahamas, so you can pay more taxes. Yeah. You want to just pay more taxes and more power bill taxes. Yeah, you just want to do that because that's all your life is worth when an election come around again. Oh wait, maybe you could get a contract. So how long is this contract? Is it $1 million, people? Is it 50 million? Oh no, I need to know what these contracts cost. Because if you were to divide the 5 years, no, forget the 5 years. If you divide the whole 53 years, is the contract worth it? You could be governing your own country in the island states with Vision 2030. You can be on the boards. You don't have to be on a PLP side and an F&M side so you could be on a board to run your island. You got 16 whole islands inhabited, 700 keys and rocks, and y'all trying to tell me this is it? Every time you turn around, they're selling it to Disney. But the Bahamians is go to Disney anyway. But they can still sell it, and you're going to still do what? So you can't run a Disney yourself. You can't run a fishing lodge yourself. You can't run a power company yourself. You can't run a school yourself. Bahamians, are you telling me you can't run the school right now? That's what you're trying to say? Will the COI have a plan to run the schools? Are you trying to tell me that we have no educated engineers in the Bahamas? Who ain't interested in politics, but if you're interested in politics, it'd be great, because then you could fix the roads that Mr. Bain has put out there for years to show you how it's fixed. But you know what they do? They come and they talk about all the different ways to fix it, but yet they are the one who have the pen. They are the one in the House of Assembly. And your country, let's just talk about Nassau. Nassau's sinking. Pinewood, Mr. Lincoln Bain will be the next candidate, and he will be the next Prime Minister of the Bahamas, is sunk. Y'all can't keep crying in Long Island about basic stuff like ambulance. We fire them on that alone. West End, Grand Bahama. Let's go there. West End, Grand Bahama. How long have you voted PLP? You voted F&M. And what happened? Let me see what happened with West End. Let me just count it. Let me look at it from a perspective of what I see. Well, I know one thing didn't happen. You did not get proper lighting. You got a great road. You did not get proper lighting from from 8 Mile Rock to West End. I look at the community in West End from afar. It's a new version West End Shanty Town. That's all I have to say. And I love my West End people. I'm sorry. Homes of Rock, you're scattered. Seagrape, you jam up. So you want to allow them. Your neighbor is a BLP and your neighbor's an F&M. You want to allow them to keep you all separate so they could travel the world. Fred Mitchell could carry his connections with him and spend 40 million plus. That's not the only ministry Mr. Bain has been showing us from time to time. So you could row for the Dorian, what you call that, blue tap on your roof to stay there. That's what you're fighting for. Because they're trying to tell you, you ain't ready yet to change because you can't govern in your country. So that's what you're all fighting for in your neighborhood in 8 Mile Rock? Y'all serious? I'm talking specifically for 8 Mile Rock now because West End and 8 Mile Rock is my hometown. 8 Mile Rock, especially in Hannah Hill. Please hear me. You're fighting just to watch the container port get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you go work there. And which is fine. Container port ain't going nowhere. Let's be real. And your children go work there. But you can't own nothing in it. You can't own shares. You can't buy shares. You just get high bills. Yeah, that's all. They're keeping you all separate so they can just keep you all high bills. They're breaking our laws, fighting like cats and dogs in the House of Assembly for their position. Not the fact that they're fighting for your position globally, locally, internationally. So y'all trying to say we can't make history now. Really? We can't make history? Wait. England, where we get most of our laws from, have changed its prime minister but over 4 times. What y'all got to lose? What your Bahamian got to lose by giving the COI this chance? Just give the COI this chance. I won't be sitting on my hand. The candidates who are vying for different positions will not be sitting on their hand. We will prove to you in the first year to change. But you know what it's really about, Bahamians? Let me tell you what it's really about. It's about uniting its people. And I think, okay, I'm a little hot here. I think that's what's missing in our politician. They keep us so divided on non-issues, on intimidation, on who get bigger contract. And if you get in, I can give you this. And at that time, the two of them in the House of Assembly, sitting back, traveling. Y'all know what I mean. I ain't trying to get into no details. Traveling. And everybody wearing fancy clothes. I don't care about no fancy hat and walking up in that friggin' derelict House of Assembly that needs to be imploded. I don't care about none of that. What I care about is how the Bahamian people are being disenfranchised, not just now, but that's an ongoing process. I care about the communities. I care about the people when I see them and I look in their faces and I see how long they've waited for real change. Real change. Not exchange of power. Real change in its country. When somebody show you who they are, believe it. Believe it. Don't think that some miracle is going to happen and they're going to be different. They have showed us what they want to do with our country. They've made Bahamians suffer and wait for their own money they work for. They're victimized for years. And they keep Bahamians disenfranchised and divided. We must make history this time. We must make history this time and unite on the issues that is bringing the Bahamas down to its knees. We can be self-sufficient. We as Bahamians can govern our country ourselves. We'll keep everybody in place. We're not saying we're going to be an island unto ourselves. We're saying we can govern the affairs of our country with regards to what the people need to unite them. And right now, they're united on one thing. They don't trust the PLP and FNM. I don't care who they bring to flaunt in front of you. We are not impressed. Okay? We are not impressed. And this is why I speak about all of the candidates that has come under the umbrella of the Coalition of Independence. I speak highly of them because they have taken a brave position. But it's okay because timing is everything. Maybe when the DNA had started, the people was not ready, but they're ready now. We have our candidate, which I endorse 100%. Her name is Miss Toni Aubrey Stubbs. She is a resident of West Grand Bahama. She will be vying in the next election for the COI. And I will support her 100%. And I'm asking all my family members, let's call you by your names, the Bartletts, the Russells, the Grants, the Wild Goose, the Hannahs, the Rolls, I believe you related to Nesbitts, all of those names and more to support Miss Toni Aubrey Stubbs. This is her brochure. I will show it to you because I'm going to try to calm down now. I want you all to share this live feed for me, please. Her thoughts are on the country itself, but mostly for West Grand Bahama and Bibini. We got to do something to this boundary because this don't make no sense no more. She believes in ownership. Ownership is important, isn't it, Bahamians? You do want to own your own land, don't you? Yes, you do. You want to own your land now because it's on borrowed time with the government who feel that they are in charge of it. She believes in transparency because for how long we've been waiting for a transparent government? And has it come? No, and it won't come. Our transparent government is the COI. Okay? He ain't scared to expose nothing. Mr. Bain has proven that over and over where he exposed more corruption in NIB, more corruption in all the different departments, including the Foreign Minister Department, which he's overspending. National heritage, that's where I think is needed. Because of the low standards of how they operate in our country, low, it has dulling our national heritage. Okay, our culture, our pride in our country, our pride to want to stand up for our country and say how much we love it. And we still love it. This is why the COI has risen up and all its candidates have risen up. And you know, that's a few of our platform concerns, which she will be coming on at some point to speak in more details of what she wants to see for the West Grand Bahama. Right now, I'm asking all Bahamians to support this young lady. She's not a politician. I'm not a politician. And many of the candidates under the COI are not born and bred candidates, but they are here to serve the people. They're going to be the servant leaders of the people because the low standards of FNM and PLP has gotten too high. It's low. And we want to bring the standards back. So you'll be joining me soon, and Miss Tony probably come on the show and speak with more details to what we want to do. But we also are going to be having a fundraiser for the West End constituency on the 8th of November. Please, everybody, I want y'all to donate. Call your families. You know you got families all about in Pinedale, 8 Mile Rock, Hannah Hill, Bibony, West End. Send in your donations because we're going to have our own fundraiser on November 8th. All the details will be displayed on my Facebook page. I want that support. I want to make this a very successful event. And we're going to do monthly events like this right up to Christmas. Right up to by-election, right up to whatever time they decide they want to call the election, okay? We're self-sufficient people. We're going to show that we're going to govern our country with the small things now. So when we win the next government of the Bahamas, we can show you all how real governance should be and also the standards in which it should be. I'm asking all the Bahamians, especially in the Grand Bahama, Central Grand Bahama, with Mr. Iram Lewis. We have Mr. Daniel Mitchell in Pine Ridge. We have Mr. Roberts in Marco City. We must take all those constituency. We got Miss Tony Aubrey Stubbs in the West End. We got the East End, which is, oh, poor East End. I'm so sorry. And, you know, it just breaks my heart to see the condition and, you know, what has happened. We got Mr. Dexter Edwards, who is the next sitting member for that constituency. All right? And then we have all our Freeport, Nassau constituents. We have all of the ones in Nassau. We got all the candidates who are working feverishly in Nassau. Never stop. Never stop. We never let up. Bibony. We got Christian Haston. He is in Eleuthera with the other young lady. We got Abaco with Kai and Crystal. Support the COI. Give the COI this chance now, and you will not regret it. It's about uniting our people, but not keeping our people divided, and also bringing up the standards in which needs to improve in politics. Okay, everyone, please help me share, and that's it. I got to get back to work. You take care until we meet again.